Come with us.
Come with us.
Amepata?
Ndio.
Amepata?
Karibu nyote mpenda shule yetu, na sisi wanafunzi yako twasema.
Surprisingly, the greatest danger to humans sometimes comes from plant eaters. A small group enjoys a walking safari in the African wilderness. They stumble dangerously close to a giant on a hair trigger, the black rhino. The black rhino spends most of the day sleeping in shade. If it's disturbed or feels threatened, it will charge.
I think we should move. Hold on. We better go!
Black rhinos lead solitary lives, and they like to keep it that way. They have survived for 12 million years, thanks to an array of acute senses and defensive weaponry. Great hearing and an excellent sense of smell give advance warning when predators are close. And a virtual body armor coats their massive frame. Rhino skin grows up to 5 centimeters thick, concentrated along the shoulder, back, and flanks. A 3-dimensional matrix acts like a Kevlar vest, making rhino skin puncture resistant. And they have plenty of muscle under the armor to move their impressive bulk. Rhinos can run as fast as 40 kilometers per hour and can make sharp turns at full speed. As for offense, that's when the horn comes in, and it's up to 1 meter long. Males are territorial and battle each other to the death more often than any other mammal in the animal kingdom. Once, black rhinos roamed most of sub-Saharan Africa with a population over 1 million. In less than a century, humans brought that number to 2,500. Today, recent conservation efforts have increased their numbers to just over 4,000. The black rhinos that remain are wary of humans, making attacks rare.
The Sumatran rhinoceros is one of the world's rarest mammals and is critically endangered. It is the smallest rhino species with not 1, but 2 horns. They are hunted for their horns, believed to have medicinal values in Central Asia. Land clearing and forest fragmentation in Sabah makes it easy for these poachers to operate in areas that were inaccessible before. The ever-dropping numbers of Sumatran rhinos is mainly due to illegal hunting. This small population can only support a small gene pool, which leads to inbreeding. Their distribution in fragmented forests make it difficult for them to meet and breed. Poachers target rhinos for supposed medicinal properties in their horns, which carry a high price on the black market and for other body parts. It is estimated that there are less than 40 rhinoceros left in Borneo. The remaining rhinos are so isolated they may rarely or never meet to breed. A study revealed that a high proportion of female evidently have reproductive tract problems, while many of the remaining rhinos are old and possibly beyond reproductive age. Essentially, the death rate may exceed the birth rate. As this form of rhino, Dicerorhinus, has been around on the Earth for about 35 million years, WWF believes we must save the species from extinction. One obvious way forward is to concentrate a few of the remaining wild breeding rhinos into a situation where their chances of breeding are boosted. There is no recent confirmed record of Sumatran rhinos in Brunei, Sarawak, or Kalimantan. In Sabah, the distribution of badak, as it is known locally, keeps shrinking, and the numbers have declined alarmingly. The Sumatran rhino has been found in a wide variety of forest habitats, from lowland rainforests and swamps to mountain moss forests. It has been reported to prefer hilly areas near water, particularly steep upper valleys with thick undergrowth, as well as secondary forest where the upper canopy is broken and the smaller shrubs and vines on which it feeds are more numerous. Salt licks are an important habitat requirement of the Sumatran rhino. Weighing around 600 to 800 kilograms, this small rhino stands 1 to 1.5 meters tall at the shoulder and measures 2 to 3 meters in length. It has relatively few skin wrinkles except around the neck. The skin is 16 millimeters thick at its thickest part and usually in dark gray to brown. Like other rhinos, the Sumatran rhino has poor vision. A healthy diet for the Sumatran rhino consists of a great diversity of tropical vegetation. It is a browser that can eat up to 50 kilograms daily of leaves and twigs, of young saplings and small trees. A rhino also feeds on fallen fruits and is reputed to be partial to figs and wild mangoes. It visits natural mineral concentrations, salt licks, possibly to obtain salt and to socialize. WWF partners with Sabah Wildlife Department, Sabah Forestry Department, the Royal Malaysia Police, and other NGOs to strengthen the enforcement activities in the forest reserves. Protection against poaching is especially important in Borneo because the smaller the size of the remaining population, the less its chances of survival. A natural rhino breeding program is part of the strategy to improve this. Maintaining natural forests, restoring degraded ones, and strengthening the enforcement are vital steps for the continued survival of orangutans, elephants, and rhinoceros in Sabah.
Motion-activated cameras in Indonesia have captured one of the rarest animals on Earth, the Javan rhinoceros. Even more rare, the images of 6 calves, which prove the species is still breeding. There are about 40 Javan rhinos in the wild and none in captivity. They are threatened by poaching, disease introduced by domestic cattle, and the destruction of their habitat by natural disasters. Felipe Maya, CBSNews.com.